Hello, this is going to be a how-to video on start to finish with getting a new client and building a package, the correspondences, everything. I'm going to try to do this as quickly as possible so that you guys aren't stuck on here watching a video all day. I went in and made a mock lead request, and so this is what I pull up. The first time it's showing I'm the agent, and it says 2 passengers, they want to go to Cancun, adult vacation, adults only. They want to leave July 10th, they want to be gone for 4 days, and they have estimated budget of $3,200. Okay, now I'm going to go over here to the correspondences. I'm going to click copy. And then the next thing we're going to do is we are going to make initial contact. Paste. Then after that, always go in and add the contacts. Always have that in there. That way when you're searching for a client, it'll show up. All right. Test trip. Okay. Then I'm going to say, good afternoon. Thank you for contacting us. Okay, I don't know if you can read this or not, or if it's small. I'm saying thank you for contacting us for your future trip. I will get started on some package options for you, but first I would like to know more information about the 2 of you that are going. It doesn't say that they are married or anything like that, so you want to ask those details and try to get to know them on a personal level. Ask them, what kind of stuff do they like? Are they risk takers, or are they just wanting to chill out and relax on the beach? So throw that in there. Is this a romantic getaway or for a special occasion? Kind of trip you're looking for. Rest and relaxation. Romantic. Let's say and then I always, in my emails, I look forward to hearing from you. And then I've got, and cannot wait to start. Then the next thing I do is I automatically go in, I copy it. Before I ever send it, I press send. Then I go over here to the correspondences, add a new correspondence. It's today's date. I change this to email, and I paste it. If this is one where I'm assigning the lead to somebody, I will also put your name right there. I've got click save on there. Now I've clicked save and it didn't do anything. So I'll click save again and see if it does anything. Now, 9 times out of 10, when it does this, it's a glitch in the system And when you go back over to correspondences, it'll show that there's 2. That's fine. You just delete one of them. That's how simple it is to get the correspondence in. Okay, so let's pretend that they've already contacted me back, and I've taken that email and I've copied it into the correspondences so that we have a second correspondence from them. And I'm going to go over here now, and I'm going to work on their package. The date that they were wanting, trip lead, is 7/10. Oops. 5-4. The heck? Okay, what is going on? Let's go back. I'm sure you guys just love it when it gets frustrating in here. All right. Okay, I looked at their profile, and it shows that it's an Oklahoma number. So let's say in the next corresponding email, I asked them what airport they were located by, or where are they located at. That way I know what airport to choose. So let's say they told me they lived in Amarillo. I'm going to go in here, press Cancun. I'm sorry if you guys can hear my dogs. Kevin, go on. And they want to do 4 nights. We're going to go ahead and add travel protection. Always add travel protection to your packages, especially your international travel packages. And if they don't want it, get it in writing. I think I have a form for you guys. I will double check. But if not, I will get one. I promise that's not me breathing hard. That's Kevin. All right. So I'm going to choose a Charisma Resort just because they take care of us. And I'm looking at the prices of these, and I saw that they wanted to stay below $3,200, and they want to do adults only. And let's go here to, let's go to the Seaside Suites and see if we can find something cool there. Accommodations. Now, just to give everybody a heads up, that this right here, where it says located in the Palms original section of the property, it is not the property that you see. Let me get back to the picture. This right here, it is right beside it. It is still the same resort, but this was added on later on. So this first part where you see this is not where they're staying here. Okay, so let's see what we can find. An oceanfront pool swim up suite. These are going to be on, I believe, the first floor, the swim ups. Anyways, we'll go over that later. That's what we want, so we're going to choose that. I like to get my clients there as early as possible. This is 11 hours. This one here. Now keep in mind when you're looking at these times that your clients need to be there at the airport 2 hours prior to their flight time. So they would need to be at the airport at 8:30. And from this resort in particular, it can take an hour, hour and a half to get there. So they would need to leave by 6:30. So I always look for later times. That's a 12:41, but they're not getting back until 10:40. This one right here. And also, when they make it back into the United States, give them an hour and a half minimum when they're coming back into the country, because they have to go through customs. All right. This shows everything that's included in the package, transportation, all of that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm not going to add any of the extra stuff. I'm just going to show you guys the easy way to do this. First thing I do is I come in here. I copy. And then I go up here. Honeybee Travel Agency. Test package. Preview. Email. Okay. I close that out. And then I come over here and I get a Word document. And I paste that package in here. Then I go up here and I name it. Save as test package. And that's for my booked itineraries. This isn't booked. This is just itineraries. Quotes. And then save. And then I can exit out of that. And then I will go to the email, forward it, it goes to admin. I'm going to go on. Yada, yada, yada. Type in whatever you want, and before you send it, copy everything that's in that. Press send. Go back over here to the trip leads and attach a file. We need to go to the itineraries, quotes, test package, open. It's now in there. I press save. Correspondences, go in here. Sent client email, and this is where you would copy the email that you sent, and you can copy the entire package with it along with the email, which is what I generally do. Or I just did that. Press save. And now it's showing that there's correspondences in here, and on this trip lead, when I click on it, it's showing that there isn't a file, so I can go in there and go, okay, well, let me see what options they've sent them. And you can have it to where you can put all of the packages that you sent them and paste them in here. And I can go, oh, okay, this is where they are. This lets me know what you're sending them in case for some reason you get overbooked, or if you have an illness, or you are on vacation and you need me or one of the other agents to take over, or for some reason you decide you don't want to do this anymore. We need to be up to date and current with everything. We don't want to send a client duplicates of something that you've already created. So let's say this trip right here now, let me click back over. We're going to click on it, and let's say they're ready to book. And this trip here, we're going to convert it to a trip now. We don't convert it to a trip until they've booked, at least made the deposit. Because if you convert it to a trip, then it's not going to show up in your trip leads anymore. So now we're going to convert it to a trip. And we're going to go in here. We're going to change this. Always change the name of the trip. Kevin, go on. Adult test vacation. Status. Deposited. Type. Adult vacation. There's no group with it. Final payday or due date. Let's say, I'm not even going to mess with that. And we're just going to save that. Hey, quit that. Now, we're going to click on Add New Reservation. It's going to be a package. I'm going to say Supplier from FunJet Vacations. And let me get the package number. Oh, it doesn't have one yet because this is bogus. So let me get back over there. 157FWY. We're just making stuff up. Deposit. Make sure you've got that dates down. The deposit amount. Let's see. It was $361.98. And if you look, it's not going to let you add anything in there for the reservation total. We're going to press save. We're going to paste the reservation. Process. Now it's going to take all of that information and then it's going to throw it in down here. It doesn't show what the commission is because we actually didn't update it from the supplier, because it's not truly booked yet. So let's say this one was $360.34. $360.34. Save. Now, everything's in there. If the price didn't show up, then you would go down here and enter a price under error or under the hotel. But all of that's in there. So we're going to press save. And then I would go in and I would send them an email saying, this is your confirmation with your receipt. And it would have a booking number, reservation number along with it right there. And then once we have it paid in full, then we'll get the true itinerary sent to us for you to send to them. That'll have their vouchers and everything that they need to print out. And then you make a copy of that and you take it over there into the correspondences. And we're going to say package booked with deposit. And I don't have an actual email right now to copy and paste in there, so we're just going with it here. I'm trying to show you all the start to finish. And now it's showing. There's no trip leads. It's now a trip. So when I go to my dashboard, DeFever is not going to show up over there. And it'll show on here when you scroll down. When you get to DeFever, right there, it'll show that the final due date is May 26th. This was our balance. Oh, and it's showing that we paid all of that. But anyways, no, that's showing the trip balance. It was showing that nothing was paid. So let me go back to it real quick and fix that because I didn't add a payment, which is very important. I forgot to add that component. So now we're on the trip. Go back in. We're showing the trip reservation. We're going to add a new payment. think that's what it was. I'm just throwing stuff in there. Saying initial deposit, it would have me, if I've got a credit card that we've got entered in the system, we would click on theirs, and then it would show up all of this information, and then we come down here and we click on the reservation that is associated with this. As time goes on, you will have clients that will have several reservations in the system, and you got to go in there and select the right one. Press save. Oh, payment source, new card, save. Okay, so now when we go to them, where to go? Oh my goodness. Let's just go right there. Okay, it'll show right there. This was the final reservation total. That's the commission. This is the amount that's been paid. And on the dashboard, let me find it slowly. Right there. It'll show what the balance is. This is what the total of the package cost is, and this is what's remaining. That's why it's important for you guys to go in and make sure that you have the payments entered in there so it shows up on here correctly. And then you need to set up reminders and notifications up here to let you know, hey, on the first of every month, you need to go in and notify all of your clients that have an outstanding balance, what that balance is, and if they would like to make a deposit on any of it, and then let them know of when the final due date is. And I think that's about it. So if you have any questions, let me know. But this is start to finish on how to enter the correspondences, getting the packages entered for the quotes, and then converting the trip lead into an actual trip after it's been deposited, and then showing that there has been a payment on that. So now we're going to stop. If you need anything, holler.